Why hello everyone, and welcome back to my daily long play stream, where I play through whatever my current game is at the moment, for a couple hours, just about each day, at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, from Sunday through Thursday. I am playing Red Dead Redemption. I'm playing the Xbox 360 version of it, via backwards compatibility on the Xbox One. And yeah, I'm enjoying this game. Last Thursday, when I last streamed, I got to Mexico, which I knew I would get there eventually, but I wasn't expecting that soon. You see, I completed an assault on Fort Mercer, putting together this plan that had been, or executing this plan that had been put together over several streams. Got to use the Gatling gun. I mowed down a whole lot of bandits. And, yeah, apparently the guy, Bill Williamson, I'm looking after, slipped away in the midst of that firefight and made his way to Mexico. So I crossed the river and got there after a long, extended shooting sequence. And I played a decent chunk of missions there. And that is where I find myself right now. So I'm going to get going here, get to loading up the game, loading up my save file. I purchased a property in a town in Mexico, next to a brothel, of course, because that's where all the houses are in this game, pretty much. And, yeah, that's where I am. And right now, I've completed a whole bunch of missions for this very Wild Bill Hickok-esque character. And now, now I'm going to be heading off to a new location. Here I am right here in Chapara. I'm not even trying to pronounce that anymore. Whatever this town is. Now I'm going to be heading over here to DeSanta. To meet this DeSanta character. Hopefully he'll get me a little bit closer to finding this character, this Bill Williamson I'm looking for, but I'm not sure. Taking a look at the map here, I've actually been to more than half of these towns, more than half these areas. I've not been to this area yet, on the US side. I've also not been to this area yet on the Mexico side, so I imagine at some point I'll get to both of those. But I'm still a little surprised that I got to Mexico as early as I did, considering that this is supposed to be about a 60-hour game, and I've only been playing it for about 10. So I don't know what's going on with that, but regardless, hop on my horse and get to riding. It's nighttime, but hopefully it won't be by the time I get there.
Hey! Alonso! Get over here!
Shut up. That's one thing I don't like about this game, is its tendency to have people barge in on me when I'm trying to do something. I feel like if I have a waypoint set, it should disable those random encounter situations. Oops. Let me get back on the trail here. What? Where's the trail? There it is. I am keeping an occasional eye on the chat in case anyone pops in. Although it might take me a minute or so before I actually notice that someone has typed something in there. So if I don't get to you immediately, please be a little patient, or... yeah, a little patient, I guess. I'm not great at this, but I am trying to get better. So So yeah, like I was saying, this is supposed to be about a 60-hour game, and I've been playing it now for about 10. I think I've been in about... Oops.
Good God.
I think I've been in about, that was my fault. 75% of the map. Of course, the percentage of the map you've been to is not necessarily indicative of your progression of the story. Not at all. It's just... with so many other aspects about this game being similar to GTA, one thing that isn't is it's locking off of areas of the map until you complete certain story progression elements. Shut up. Looks like we got another house, an actual house to buy. Cool. Have to look into that later.
Go.
I also get the feeling like the game sort of expects me to engage in a lot of these side activities and these random encounters, and the fact that I'm not might result in this game being significantly shorter than the 60 hours I keep reading about. So we'll see, we'll see. Here we go.
What do you want, gringo? What are you doing here? Have you heard? There's a war going on.
My name's John Marston. Been sent here to retrieve a couple of men. Can I speak to your commander?
You want to talk to my boss, gringo?
I guess.
Because I'm not good enough for you?
No, sir.
You think you're better than me? You come to my country, my poor little country, and you think you can be friends with the president?
Oh, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Things must have come out wrong. Maybe you can help me.
Sorry, friend.
This seems unnecessary. Oh.
Relax! Relax!
Sure. Somewhere between a threatening stare and the soldier's arm to the teeth. Yeah. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
dear.
Welcome to Mexico, amigo! Let's come eat, drink, and then we'll talk. My name is Capitan Vicente de Santa.
John Marston.
My country is in pain, John Marston. Terrible pain.
How so?
The rebels have seized the people by the throat and destroyed a way of life.
I'm no politician, sir.
And I am no soldier, Aquila. But we are both beholding to our time. A brave man, perhaps you have heard of him. Coronel Allende. He's trying to preserve the order in our province. To keep our civilization alive. It is tough.
I bet.
The people are confused, and usually swayed. Sometimes in the service of what is right. You gotta do terrible things. It breaks my heart.
I also am no moralist, sir.
I wish I enjoy your freedoms, Mr. Marston.
I'm trying to find a man, an American, an outlaw named Bill Williamson. I believe he came here to seek protection from another outlaw named Javier Escuela.
You're no moralist, but you hunt outlaws.
So it would seem. You heard anything of these men?
I am the government, or what is left of it. Outlaws seek each other. They're possibly hiding with thieves and killers who pose as freedom fighters in the hills around here.
That sounds about right.
The one traitor named Abraham Reyes.
Where could I find this Reyes?
If I knew, I would be there, hunting him with everything that is true within me. Reyes finds you.
Like cholera.
Something like that. But it's possible, though. My men are trying to lure him into a trap. Possibly you could ride with us. And if everything goes okay, I'm sure the Coronel will help you.
Alright.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan. Of course, you need to get your booze in you before you go riding into a dangerous mission like this.
You can take your horse or ride on the wagon.
I think I'll ride on the horse. Hey, horse.
Come on!
It's been a couple days since I've
We must hurry.
played this. I need to get my horse legs back, or my riding legs.
Expect such a warm welcome from the Mexican army. I can see.
I didn't know what to expect. I hadn't even crossed the border and I was being shot at.
You will hear a lot of words like tyrant and oppression here. Words that the peasants have been taught, but do not understand. Meaningless words. The army is suffering a crisis of reputation.
Even I've heard about the colonel down here. He's not famous for his compassion.
This is the point. Have you met Coronel Allende? Do you know him? No. Like a papagayo? He just repeat lies you heard.
Maybe.
Allende is a good man, a strong man. He carries the weight of a million problems on his shoulders.
Am I supposed to pity him?
You gringos are so quick to judge. You love to talk badly about other people because it makes you feel better about yourselves. Maybe you should look in the mirror.
You're the one talking about this, and I ain't here to make judgment on the way of your government. I've got enough problems with my own right now.
This isn't America, Senor Marston. We are poor. Kindness must take a different form. What is better? To put your arm around a hungry man, or to beat him until he grows some food to eat?
I think you need to answer that question yourself.
Who are these algos you hunt? This Billy, the cowboy, and his Mexican friend.
Bill Williamson's a fella I used to know, and Javier Escuela, well, I knew him too.
What do you mean? You know these men?
We was friends once. Part of the past I can't seem to get rid of.
The past is all that's real, my friend. It cannot be erased. That is the problem with the people here. They spend too much time dreaming about imaginary futures.
I know I can't change the past, but I'm sure gonna do something about the future.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, amigo. My country is full of American criminals, mostly in the service of the rebel pigs. Mexico is an easy place for a man to lose himself, whether he wants to get lost or not.
Hopefully not too easy. I ain't got much time to find these men.
There must be a high price on their heads.
The highest price.
Can I ask how much?
I'm not getting paid. It's a long story. I'm being made to do this.
I will never understand you Americans.
Me neither.
We have a system of law in Mexico, senor, and we do not tolerate people who think they can run with their own. However, if you help us, we help you. No one hides from Coronel Allende for long.
Alright.
This rebellion, it is a disease. It is killing this country.
Don't the people have the right to stand up for themselves?
The right? The right! Don't you throw silly ideas at me. What do you know about the rights of the Mexican people?
Very little. Just saying there must be something behind this rebellion.
I'll tell you what's behind there, Senor Marston. Lies. Insidious lies. The peasants are stupid, and like cows, they can be herded. It only takes a few men to move many.
Maybe they've just had enough of being called stupid.
You're talking about things you don't understand.
If you ask me something, I'm gonna give you an answer.
Are you a revolutionary? Is that why you're here?
I was once, I suppose. In a twisted kind of way. Thought I could change something if I fought hard enough.
Change what?
I don't know. Maybe that was the problem.
Revolution is always selfish. It is nothing but greed and ego. Individuals putting their own needs above those of others. It is people fighting for change when they have no idea what change is.
If you're a poor man who's been beat down all his life, any change is gonna seem good.
What? You think that overthrowing the government is going to make a poor man rich?
If you're not helping them, It's only natural they're gonna look for someone else who will.
For a tired old revolutionary, you're very naive. What do you want us to do? Walk around giving out money to every poor person in Mexico?
What a terrible idea.
First, they need to look at why they're poor. Then they need to go out and do some work rather than sitting on their culos talking about freedom.
Who's this
Excuse
man
me.
we're looking for? The leader of the rebels?
Abraham Reyes, he's a traitor, a liar, a coward and a sinner, a hero who has done nothing. I have far more respect for the shit I looked this morning than I ever will for that pathetic worm.
That's a nice image.
Yeah.
He's from a rich family, a man born in a golden cradle, who pretends to fight for the poor. He's taking advantage of the ignorant and the weak-minded.
He must be telling the people something they want to hear.
Of course he is. All that bastard does is stand in a balcony giving speeches. It is easy to make promises you can never keep.
It takes more than a few promises to build an army.
Reyes wants power, nothing else. He doesn't care about anybody but himself. He's prepared to destroy everything my compatriots have fought and died for, just to hear people shout his name. Let's not for now. Are you ready?
Ready for what?
We will lure the rebels into a trap. There's a train leaving Chuparosa soon. We're going to escort it. It will take a
Chuparosa.
supply train. There are no
That's how you
supplies
pronounce
on
it.
Very clever.
We must throw the rats out of their holes. If there's some bait they can refuse. Come on, the train is ready.
Oh.
Vámonos!
Yeah!
Let me make sure I have my
Stay with the train, senor.
gun.
Yeah!
Apparently we're following the train? Got a, looks like a health bar for the train engine, but I don't necessarily understand why yet. Is the train going to be shot at? Okay, it's probably going to be the case where I need to protect the train. But I'm not sure. We'll find out, I guess.
Here they come! Open fire!
Stop doing that!
Alright. Now let's go up ahead here. Okay, we got some... Okay, I took some damage there. That's what's up with the vignetting. Alright.
Why are you aiming at me?
Okay, now I'm having trouble here. There we go. Stay down. Alright.
Let's go!
Yeah, like I said, it's been a couple days. Gotta get back into the rhythm here. Got more up ahead. I need to cut in front of this here train. Which is not a good idea, by the way, so don't do that in real life. Thankfully, you can get away with a lot in a video game that you can't do for real. Okay, so the engine took a little bit of damage, but thankfully not much. Guess that guy's on foot. Alright.
Come on! Look out! More rebels!
He almost got me.
Come on! Come on!
Ah, crap.
Now what next?
Guess that automatically reloads it, doesn't it? Alright, come on. Wow, that is a bad time to have to reload. There you go. There, that guy. Okay. So far, so good, although the train took a little more damage, so maybe not. Okay, so how far are we escorting this thing? Where? I don't see them. I'll wait for the train to pass, I guess? Or maybe not. Excuse me, Rock. You're in my way. Oh yeah, it looks like we are going to need some more ammo. Bad thing about fighting on horseback. Say you don't have an opportunity to loot the corpses for supplies and money. And these guys in their hats.
¡Los rebeldes están robando el tren!
Levántese, perezoso, que no ve que le estoy pagando. Marston, you're gonna have to do something.
What?
You have to go out there and start the train before it crosses the bridge. ¡Todavía levántese! ¡Usted también!
How do I do that?
¡Muévase! ¿Qué le pasa a usted? ¡Ay, Dios mío! ¡Levántese! ¡Ya mismo!
Let's go.
I'm going. I'm the one who's moving. You're the one who's getting wasted. Oh, there we go. Just ride over them. That somehow picks up the ammo, I guess. I don't know. Whatever, I'll take it. Was that guy on a horse on top of that train? That's what it looks like. Okay, there's too many annoying rocks for me to do this effectively. What? Oh, okay. Oh, that was close. Who planted that dynamite? The rebels or the government? You see, the rebels would want to keep the train there so they could raid its supplies. So that doesn't make any sense. And the government, on the other hand, would want to keep the train from getting captured. On the other hand, they wouldn't want it destroyed, would they? I don't know. I don't know. In either case, I stopped the train, so I succeeded in my objective. I suspect the government planted the charges there. Okay, go away. Okay, you... Okay, what? Get away from me. I'm not gonna start attacking you things, so just leave me alone. Alright, let's take a look at the map here. We are way far away from either of our destinations. That must be what's her name that we rescued. That I rescued on Thursday. Wow. Went from one side of the map clear across to the other. Okay, that's on the train. That bridge that was destroyed was one that was crossing over, I assume, the Rio Grande. But it doesn't actually list the name of the river. Alright. Let's get to riding, I guess. At the very least, get away from these annoying coyotes. So yeah, I've went ahead and I've scheduled my Monday and Wednesday streams. My Retro Monday, Modern Wednesday streams. And I'm going to be doing another dumb sort of concept-y type thing where I'm going to be playing the first game in the series on Monday night and the last game in the series on a Wednesday night. In this case, it's going to be Killzone. I have going to be playing the original Killzone for the PlayStation 2, Retro Monday. That's going to be tomorrow night at 8 p.m. And I'm going to be playing the last Killzone game, which is Shadowfall, launch title for the PS4. I'll be doing that on Wednesday night at 11 p.m. Those are Eastern Standard Times. Now, I got both of those games last year. Ironically, Killzone 1 costs a little bit more than Killzone Shadowfall. So yeah. I remember the first Killzone being talked about as a Halo killer, and then when it came out, it turned out to be just okay. So it's I don't think the developers ever really intended it to be as such. Maybe it was sort of a decision by the marketing team to advertise it like that. I don't know. Or maybe it's just a term that some journalists picked up or came up with and just went with. I'm not sure. But I understand it's very different from the later games. See, I never played much of the original Killzone. I played and beat both Killzone 2 and Killzone 3 on the PlayStation 3, which I also recently bought copies of those again. They'll probably feature at some point in the future. I also never played Killzone Shadowfall, even though that was like the one PS4 launch title that looked interesting to me. Apparently it wasn't very good. It was the most visually interesting of them to me, and of the PS4 launch titles, and yeah. Apparently it's not a very good game, but regardless, I got it. I'm going to be doing that on Wednesday. Now, today being Easter, I don't have work. And while I do have some plans to do some work on my computer, some very much delayed things I wanted to do, involving transferring some stuff to the new SSD that I got last year. a nice 2 terabyte M2 drive. Other than working on that, I don't really have much in the way of plans for today, but I'm not sure if I want to do any additional stream content tonight. If I did, it would probably be some more Phantasy Star Online 2, which I finally got to play a little bit of last Tuesday. But I'm not sure if I want to do that. I don't know how long or annoying of a process it will be to move a bunch of programs to the new SSD. I'm also not entirely sure of the scope of the project that I want to do in regards to that. But I know I want to get it at least started today. And starting tomorrow, I'll be getting some of the components in for my, I guess you could call it a retro PC setup? Maybe? I'm not sure. It's much easier for me to define retro and modern when it comes to consoles, but with PC stuff, it's a little bit harder. I can tell you that the core of it is going to be a fairly old Windows XP based Dell Inspiron computer that I picked up at a local thrift store for about 25 bucks. It works. I don't know offhand what the internal components are, but I imagine it's got some sort of Intel Pentium processor. I know it's Windows XP. Obviously, it's a desktop. And I'm going to use that as a basis for doing some older computing stuff. Although it's not going to be anything like stuff you see on LGR or 8-Bit Guy. It's going to be much newer than that. I've been watching a lot of videos by both those guys recently. Been feeling a little down in the dumps. My social life, as little as it is, has been surprisingly impacted by this whole lockdown situation that I find myself in. And I've just been a little bit on the depressed side, not really doing all that much. It hasn't helped that the weather has taken a turn for the cold again where I live in Metro Detroit. Northern suburbs of Detroit, that is, Royal Oak. It was such a nice day on Wednesday last week, like 70 degrees, but now it's all cold and cloudy and even snowed a little bit recently. And to make matters worse, tomorrow we're expected to get like 55-mile-an-hour winds coming through this area. And if that actually ends up being the case, we could have some rather severe power outages. Which, when you combine that with a mandatory stay-in-place order, that's not a good combination. Being stuck at home with no electricity, yeah, that doesn't sound fun at all. Okay, looks like I'm where I want to be. Maybe. Can I just go through this gate? Nope. Oh. Nope. Okay, cool. In any case, I should start receiving the components I ordered tomorrow, and I should have all of them by the end of the day Wednesday. And the stuff I ordered was a 17-inch CRT monitor, Dell branded, a Dell branded keyboard, a Dell branded mouse, a ball mouse actually, I haven't used one of those in a long time, and a Dell branded set of desktop speakers. And I'll get 2 of those components on Monday, including the monitor, which hopefully will be packaged well enough that it still works. And then the other 2 components I'll get on Wednesday. I have no idea what type of content I intend on putting up on this channel regarding that stuff. At the very least, I can get a good blog post out of it with some pictures. To be perfectly honest, considering the space limitations I have in this little apartment condo thing that I live in, I'm not even sure where I'm going to set it up. But whatever. I'd be lying if I said that this was a well thought out plan, so I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'll say I got this stuff because I wanted to. And I'll figure it out from there. Okay, I'm looking for a place to tie this horse up. I forgot what the term is. Hitch. Looking for a place to hitch the horse. But the game is not being cooperative right now.
Come on, easy up there.
Oh, well. Hopefully the horse will be fine right here. Doesn't seem like it wants to go very far on its own, so that's probably good.
Eres llorón, maricón. Me das asco. Hablas lealtad, pero eres transparente.
This must be that general.
Estarás aplaudiendo cuando mi cabeza está pelado, ¿verdad?
No, excelencia. Mis hombres y yo estamos trabajando noche y día por su honor.
¿Honor? ¿Qué eres, un muchacho? Jovencito sin vergüenza. ¿Qué diablos es este cabrón?
That's the man who helped us defeat Reyes. The man I spoke to you of. A friend of Mexico.
Hello, sir.
Hola, gringo. So you are the bounty hunter, huh? Have you found your prey yet?
No, sir.
Perhaps you come to hunt me, huh? Your country loves to make trouble in mine.
Perhaps, but it isn't so.
Perhaps I should tie you to a horse and let it drag you around town. Or let the dogs fight you, huh? Then see what you say.
I'd say the same thing. I'm here to bring two men to justice. Nothing more. Your politics or ideas of entertainment are not my concern.
I suppose not. Pero son tuyos. Sinceramente espero que me encontraste alguna compañía más interesante que esa bruja que me traíste anoche.
Let me ask you this, sir. Do you know anything of the men I'm looking for?
Escuela is from this province. His father was a borracho, a drunk, who worked as a laborer on land cultivated by my uncle. Men like that are natural allies for Reyes. My people have lived and worked here for 100 years. We brought civilization. And these people, these fucking monkeys, despise us. We brought them God. And they turned their back on him. Now I fight to help them from themselves, to save them from themselves. I see in their faces that they would kill me if they could. They see only a tyrant. That is the way it is. These people need a ruler.
Well, sorry to hear that.
Sorry? Why be sorry? It is a way of mankind. A fight between two forces. Que será, será. What will be, will be. But I know one thing, Senor Marston. Force, force, must be used if you're to have your own way.
I'm sure.
Now, perhaps you can do me a favor.
This is the part where I come in.
After we find the men, then I'll help in any way I can.
You are in no position to negotiate. Now, por favor, a bunch of these idiots men fighting at Tesoro Azul. And you head there and you lend your support. Baboso, ¿cuántas veces voy a decirte? No ponga detrás de mí.
Gee, I wonder why people would see him as a tyrant.
No está mi sombra. Vaya. I sent some men ahead.
Alright.
We'll meet them there.
This looks like my horse, yeah. Alright, so it looks like we're being dragged into a civil war in Mexico. Not that that's all that surprising, but we'll see if we end up finding out that we're fighting on the wrong side of it. Or not. I don't know.
We must hurry. You Americans think you can ride? Do you? Come on. I will race you there.
Oh, please.
Behind you.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
Let's take a look at where this is so I at least know where I'm going. Okay. And also how far away it is. I'm so glad I got this horse. It made that one racing mission I had to do so much easier.
Let's go.
Okay. Gotta keep your eye on the stamina gauge on the left there, that blue bar. What? What? I must have missed where the path was.
We must hurry.
Easy.
I was too busy looking at the stamina meter and not paying attention to where I was going.
Let's go.
My men left some time ago. We're already late. Come on. Let's see if you can ride.
Come on.
Or maybe I just got too far ahead of him?
Go.
Okay, so I don't think he'll fail me if I lose to him. But if I do what I did again, that would fail me. Here we go. This is the turn I missed.
Come on.
Alright. Okay.
Come on.
Might ruin the aesthetic a little bit, but sometimes I wish they had like breadcrumb trails actually laid in the environment, so that stuff like that doesn't happen. Because otherwise, I'm spending the entire time looking at this mini map as opposed to looking at the game,
The rebels will all die.
and that's not helpful.
Santa, ¿por qué tardaste tanto? ¿Quién es este gringo? ¿A usted un favor? Cada hombre ayuda. I hope you fight better than this little girl, gringo. Come, let's have some fun.
You know, that Gatling gun might have been useful here. I am low on every type of rifle ammo here.
Espera, gringo. Ellos just listen. Órale, compadre.
Wow, that was not a very good shot at all. Okay, let's... Nope, wrong button. Guy right there. Why don't we take out this guy first?
Guess I'll make gunman after all.
There we go. Something about someone's mother? Certainly glad this game has regenerative health. I could not manage trying to pick up health packs or healing manually in a game like this. What? Is there something behind us? Dagnammit. There was someone behind us. Alright. Okay, before I do that, I'm gonna just grab some ammo if I can. For some reason, I seem to be doing a whole lot of shooting in this country.
I heard the little horse crying in that house over there. Remember, nobody takes them before Allende.
We did all this just to get women for Allende?
No, that's just a bonus. This village is riddled with rebels. Make sure they don't have homes to come back to. There are fire bottles over there. Use them to burn down some of these houses.
And what makes you think I'd do that?
You want to find Javier Escuela, don't you? John, you're helping Mexico. ¡Vámonos, muchachos! ¡Buen trabajo!
Yo me quedo aquí para vigilar el gringo, capitán de Santa.
Okay, that's certainly a sign that I'm not fighting on the right side.
Hurry! I do not want to be here any more than you do.
Yeah.
Throw it, gringo! Stop wasting time!
Get a light on the situation.
Now, the next one!
Okay, the camera is getting a little wonky here. Is there any more? No?
Isn't that beautiful?
You really are pathetic.
You need to relax. Come back to the villa and sample some of the new girls before they spoil.
What? Okay, that... I did not see that wall there. That's right, there's a couple over here I can loot. Alright, so far I've not been given much reason to be sympathetic for the government forces or this general in particular, so I'm wondering where the story is actually going to be going. I assume this is my horse. Alright. Let's take a look here. Alright, let's go back to here then.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm definitely glad I've been able to stream just about every day. If I didn't have this, I'd be bored out of my mind. I mean, I still work. I still go to work 5 days a week. Work in the restaurant industry, and as such, I'm considered an essential worker. It's kind of messed up, but whatever. But even still, when I get home, I don't exactly... I would not have all that much going on for me, except watching, like, YouTube videos and occasional Netflix, such, if I didn't have this streaming schedule of mine. I managed to get the last of the Halo footage uploaded on Friday. Some unusual difficulty though with one of the videos. I got it uploaded. And starting this coming Friday, I'm gonna go to my backlog of games.
What's happened?
There's no time. Ride with us. Then
Okay.
we'll find the man you seek. Come.
I have men waiting for us, just outside Escalera. Vamos!
I think I'll start with Doom 2016, then go to Ori and the World of Wisp, and finally
What's
Doom
the
Eternal.
hurry, Santa? Where we go?
These are games I've beaten, but I have not posted any 4K or HDR footage of them, so I'll get to that starting this Friday.
Cállense la boca, idiotas. Son campesinos nada más. Y todos se van a morir hoy.
Let's go, now! Captain Espinosa already has men there. We must get to him before he tries anything stupid.
Okay. Take it we're not going to be attacked during this sequence because there's an option to skip to the destination. Basically what I'm trying to say is I'm glad I have my streaming and uploading schedule, because without it, it'd just be work and then coming home and doing nothing. And I'm glad that's not the case. And also getting too much takeout. Eating too much. Eating is not a good substitute for activity. Unfortunately, I have kind of a history of mistaking getting takeout with doing something interesting, having a life. Oh, I totally did something yesterday. I got IHOP. That counts, right? No? No. It was pretty good though. I got a nice chicken fried steak, or country fried steak, scrambled eggs, hash browns, a couple of pancakes. I'm just enjoying the scenery here. I could probably turn the music up a little bit. I wonder how far we're actually going. So yeah, looking at my list of games to do for future daily long play streams, I got quite a list of heavy hitters here. I got all the games in the Master Chief Collection and Halo 5 Guardians. I've played and beaten almost all of them in the past, but as part of one of the things I want to do this year is get sort of caught up, reacquainted with these games so I can be ready for Halo Infinite when that comes out. And that's going to be a long project of just playing through all those games. And one of them, Halo 3 ODST, I've never actually beaten. I also got games like Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine, Zelda Ocarina of Time, and Wind Waker HD, and Skyward Sword. Zelda Skyward Sword. I also have God of War for the PS4 and Ninja Gaiden Black for the original Xbox. Had to be playing on an Xbox One X. So I'm just wondering not only how long this game will take to beat, but also if I'll be able to get through all those games this year. And that's not counting any new games that come out. This is all just sort of backlog stuff. I mean, I have a fairly decent list of games coming out this year that I'm interested in, 2 of which I've already played, Ori and Doom Eternal. And some of the future games include Halo Infinite, possibly Cyberpunk 2077, assuming that game has been delayed again. Last of Us 2, I know that game's been delayed, but I don't know how long. Let's see here. Half-Life Alyx. I had Persona 5 Royal on that list, but considering Atlus's resistance to having people stream or upload footage of their games, that seems unlikely. And if I end up getting a Switch, I'll definitely be doing a stream to that, as well as probably Mario Odyssey, which would be the one game I'd absolutely get for that system, if and when I get it. Okay, I'm gonna skip to Destination. This is taking too long. And I'm already running out of things to talk about here.
We're almost there.
We're almost there, as in, this is the point where we're gonna get attacked. Okay, that's not the gun I want.
They're behind us!
Okay, let's try that again.
There's a combo waiting for us. Come, we must hurry.
Really? That's the checkpoint? Dagnammit.
Control of the abandoned fort on the other side of Nuevo Paraíso. A place called Torquemada. We can allow them to establish a stronghold. The Colonel has given me urgent orders.
Which are?
To kill them all.
I should have guessed. Come on!
Sorry, folks, but they really should have checkpointed me after that ride. There was no reason for that. Alright. I'm gonna make sure that I'm on the right gun.
Get on the wagon.
I'm gonna
We do
skip.
not have time for this. Captain Espinosa has set up camp at the base of the massacre. We will join forces with him there. Wake up! We're drawing near to Torquemada.
This time I'm gonna try to be ready. Yeah, it's always amateur hours on this stream.
Feel right. Rebels, hold them off!
Much better.
Let's see what mess that idiot Espinosa has made.
Is he that deranged captain at Tesoro Azul? Is he leading this attack?
Leading? Espinosa does not lead anything.
I thought you was the same rank.
He is an angry dog we let out to run sometimes. That is all. I'm in charge here.
Okay. I'll be honest with you, no one seems like they're in charge of this.
Follow me. We will leave the wagon here.
Okay.
¿Dónde carajo están los hombres que necesitamos? ¡Nos van a masacrar con estos bocos!
Es que tú y tus hombres se habían encargado de cosas
Ignore the stupid ape. Shut your mouth, office boy! Gringo, take that sniper rifle over there.
Here we go. Quite a distorted view here. Looks like I can't vary the zoom. Come on. Come on, game. The problem is I'm having difficulty panning once I zoom.
I'll kill all of them! Toto!
Is that all of them?
¡Vamos! ¡Síganme al bloqueo!
Defend the blockade. Okay.
¡No les dejen pasar!
Can't even see any of them. Dagnammit.
Come on! Kill somebody!
Give me someone to kill. Where are these people?
Escuchen la melodía de mis tiros.
¡El destino nos espera!
Guess I
There
am
we go.
a gun man.
Lots of good looting opportunities here.
Let's see what
If the
you
game
got.
will let me.
Hold back! You'll get killed! Venga! There is no time to rest!
You're gonna be muertos!
Alright, let's
Every man fights, including you!
yeah, I've been doing that game. Been doing that there. I literally do not see him.
Are you here to fight or not? What are you doing? I am being attacked!
Will you put a sock in it?
Vamos!
You fight like chicas!
You are not shooting!
You aren't shooting either. Alright, let's see if we can get a little auto aim. Alright, you know what? Screw this.
I'll be seeing you in hell, my friends.
There we go.
Adelante! ¿Qué pasa?
What have you got for me?
Alright.
Híjole.
Things ain't looking bueno!
I get 4 of these guys with 1. Yes, I can. Awesome.
You think I'm joking?
That doesn't mean it's going to take them all out, though. No game. There's always one straggler. Okay, come on.
I thought you were a killer! He's fighting! ¡El valle está terceado! ¡Avance!
You got anything interesting, friend?
Gotta keep a nice steady stream of income by looting these bodies whenever I can. Even if the game likes to make it inconvenient to do so.
You take the sniper! We can hold up the road!
What? Apparently that wasn't good enough cover.
Valley is clear! Adelante! Muevan!
I'm certainly glad it didn't checkmate me back to the beginning of the mission. Need to find better cover than what I had there. I need a better position than this. Oh, crap. Need to advance. There we go. Clearly I gotta do a better job of picking my cover.
Kill somebody!
Pretty sure I've killed more men than you have.
You shoot like women!
¡Abren sus cabezas!
See if I can flush. I got rid of them. Cool. I was just trying to flush them out. I haven't used this thing yet. Where are you? Oh, there you are.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
¡Vamos! ¡Cargamos por ir arriba!
¡No tengan piedad con ellos!
Alright, here we go. Looks like more sniper ammo.
Ladies, this ain't fair! Send out some men!
Alright. Nope, that's not the button. Yeah, the field of view when you're looking down the scope is way too narrow for me to use to scan like that.
You are all muertos!
¿Qué hacen? ¡Estoy abierto!
To the victor, the spoil. What are you waiting for? You won't die, mister! That one almost got me.
Do I have any more of the, nope, not much.
Now what are you gonna do?
Excuse me, I had to sneeze there. A little excessive, but I'll take it.
¡Adentro! ¡Vengan! ¡Son solo!
Nope. I need this thing. Really?
I need cover! ¡Mierda! ¡Se me cubre!
¡Observa mi puntería, pelao! ¡Es perfecto! Every man fight, including you! ¡Dispare!
This seems like a good spot. Maybe not.
God damn it!
There's a lot of guys there. Okay, what? Okay, you could have told me you were advancing before you actually started doing that.
Can I have this?
You know, the game has me pointing in the wrong direction sometimes while looting. Not getting all of them, I'm just getting ones that are convenient for me. Okay.
Hombre, esa mujer. Amigo, amigo, ¿qué pasa? A killer like you, deserves fine women and wine. The best pleasures earth can give a man.
I need some information, DeSanta.
All in good time.
Oh, great. We can start throwing that
Term.
term.
Finish our business here, and we can talk back at Escalera.
The next time I see you, I need some answers, Captain.
Go get drunk, go get a woman! Enjoy life! It's a beautiful struggle!
Yeah, he doesn't seem like he's being very cooperative now, does he? Oh, well. Usually long loading time here. Well, usually long loading screen, I mean. Alright, well, this gives me at least an opportunity to finish up the looting. This is my primary source of income, after all. $5 here and there doesn't seem like much, but it adds up quickly when you do it like this. Beats mini games, which I don't like doing. Alright, so we've got a, Alright, horse, let's get out of here, I guess. Once again, the game has seen fit to deposit me on the other side of the map. Notice that there are no mission markers in the US side, so I don't expect we'll be able to do anything there anytime soon. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to go towards this vacant property, and I'm going to see how much it costs to buy that. Alright, I set the marker, right? Yes, I did. Awesome.
Let's go.
To be perfectly honest, considering that it is, well, a house, I wouldn't be surprised if I can't actually afford it yet. But even if I can't, I would like to know how much it actually is, so I can have something to aim for. Something to shoot for, you would say.
Come on, easy up.
Even my bad jokes feel lazy right now. Let's not do that. Let's not Thelma and Louise ourselves off into this cliff, off that cliff there. Okay. When setting up these streams of mine, I like to put a little bit of description in the descriptive box. Let me rephrase that. When setting up these streams like I do every day, I like to put a little bit of description as to what I expect to be doing in the next stream. And I like to think about what I'm actually going to type in that description box ahead of time to make it a little bit easier on myself, speed up the process of setting up these streams just a little bit. I think I'll write something about like a civil war that I'm involved in. While in Mexico, I find myself involved in a civil war. We'll see if I'm fighting on the right side or not. That kind of thing. Seems pretty quiet in the chat today, and by that I mean no one has popped in and said anything. Not that that's all that surprising. It's pretty rare when anyone watches any of my streams, no one says anything. I know that someone has been watching it at some point. To be perfectly honest, I don't really even understand the concept of watching someone live stream a game like this, or watching like long plays and such. Seems to me like you're better off just playing the game yourself, but I don't know. That's what I'm doing. I just happen to be streaming it. That's my approach to my YouTube channel for the most part. It's just I happen to be I'm playing these games, and I just happen to be streaming that playing. I generally only play games when I stream. This just gives it a little more structure to when and how often I play. Gives me the illusion of purpose. The sense of purpose and the illusion of I'm doing something worthwhile. It also makes it easier for me to justify spending too much money on video games and video game related hardware. Say, oh, I need this stuff for my channel. Putting up on the facade of productive use of my time and my money to just buying and playing video games. I mean, whatever, it works. I can afford it. I have the time. I have the inclination. Who knows, maybe if for some reason I find myself playing the right game at the right time and being somewhat engaging in my talking, I find myself somehow getting a bunch of people watching, like a decent handful at least, and that leading to me getting a nice big chunk of new subscribers. Anything could happen. Although it's pretty unlikely. How close am I here? Well, about halfway. A little more than that. Yeah, just sort of a lazy Sunday today. Even made even lazier by the fact that it's Easter and I don't have work to go to. I just got a bunch of boring computer stuff I want to get done. Mostly involving transferring some files from one drive to another. Actually, programs, most likely. I mean, that's the reason why I upgraded to a larger SSD, so I can move more stuff onto my main drive. Use the old SSD as like a secondary drive. Oh, this is only 150. Yeah, I'll buy this. some reason I expected it to be $1,000. I mean, it is a literal house. It's a neat looking stove, like a Ben Franklin style. There's a hole right in the roof there. That's probably not good. Hey, that's why this place is so cheap. Hey. I haven't saved the game in a while. How about if I go ahead and do that? At least I haven't created a manual save point. Alright. Here's the thing, even though I have plenty of time, hey look, goats, to stream this game, I don't actually want to spend a lot of time doing that. There's a place to hitch the horse, I guess. A nice house right outside of town. It'll be nicer when I patch that hole in the roof and the wall. Put some stucco where those bullet holes are. Where am I?
Ándeles lindas y patrióticas. Dale, que ustedes son putas y lo saben.
Por favor, no me obligas.
Oh, mi amor, nadie te está obligando a hacer nada. Solamente quiero
What
que
are they
seas
doing?
el hombre que va a salvar a tu padre. ¿Tú quieres a tu padre, cierto que sí, linda? ¿Ah?
What's going on here, Captain DeSanta?
Just a little recruitment. Nothing for you to be concerned about.
You boys using women soldiers now?
Our costumes are none of your concern.
Apparently not.
Santo mariconcito, me encontraste algunas chicas. Ay, mamacita, ¿dónde has estado toda mi vida?
He's clearly wasted.
Mujeres. Ay, me gusta.
These two patriots were keen to make your acquaintance, el coronel.
Fantastic. I love patriots. Hey, Sergeant Marston, you here to fight the war? And we shall make a patriot of you yet.
I hope so. Any word of those men?
Oh, yes. I heard they were riding with Reyes. I wanted to talk to you about it. De Santo, hable con él. Tell him what I wanted.
His Excellency, el coronel, would like to employ you in escorting a train down rebel country. The job is dangerous, but you'll have the honor of...
Another patriot?
of knowing that you served Mexico in her fight against forces that would destroy our society.
How much you offering?
20,000 pesos. And information as to the whereabouts of Javier Escuella.
Okay then.
Mexico loves you, Mr. Martin.
She has a funny way of showing it.
Great.
Hurry! We must go!
I do the dirty work, and they are getting involved in a drunken orgy.
Vámonos, muchachos!
And I'm gonna make sure that I have the...
So it looks like it is me and you again, gringo.
And there was me, thinking my dance card was full.
What do you mean?
Just that it's a pleasure to see such a noble patriot at work.
Your sarcasm is childish, pathetic. This is an important assignment. Our orders are to deliver these munitions to Chuparosa. They will help to finally crush the rebels.
I hate to break it to you, Captain, but I think you're gonna need a lot more than this.
I know. Most of the supplies are already in Chuparrosa. We will deliver them all by train to our base camp in Diez Coronas. Our forces are close to establishing control in that region.
Okay. I don't think I believe you, but...
Why didn't you decide to come with us?
Why do you think? Because he is hardly a soldier. I'm sure he has other important business, like mailing letters and sweeping floors and flirting with barmen.
He fought with you at
Are you defending that pathetic little errand boy? I did not see him fight. Without me, we would have lost the battle. He knows less than nothing on how to lead men.
Yet he's the colonel's second in command.
That is a good job. You are a funny man, gringo. De Santa licks the colonel's boots and plays with his waiter friend. That is all. I am against brazo derecho, his right arm. I am one of the few men he respects.
Is that right? You and him have something special, do you?
The colonel needs a maid, a woman he cannot fuck. De Santa is that woman.
Okay. Not even gonna go there, but...
That was some fun. Am I right, gringo?
Fun? Burning people's homes, killing innocent people.
That's messed up.
Fun?
A woman picks up a rifle, and a child picks up a rifle, they become soldiers. Those are the rules of war.
They ain't my rules.
So you would allow a woman to shoot you? That makes you an idiot, not a gentleman.
He does have a point there, but somebody thought they were actually picking up arms.
You tell me.
We have not seen a single rebel yet.
I'd say that's a good thing, wouldn't you?
I mean, as long as there is interesting dialogue.
¡Rebeldes! ¡Mátenlos!
Oops. Didn't actually mean to shoot the horse.
¡Chingado! ¡Están muertos, cabrones!
Alright. There's more of them. Gotta manage my Deadeye usage.
Buen hecho, compadre. That was close. I don't know. This doesn't feel right to me.
We're on our way to escort a train through rebel-held country. An ambush feels about right to me.
Soldado, ¿quién eres?
It's a little arrogant for him to not expect to be ambushed.
I knew I had not seen these men before. They are new recruits. Escalera. People have been talking about the rebels planning a large attack. If these supplies are so important, why have we been given so few soldiers?
Don't ask me. You're the captain. I thought you were supposed to be fearless.
I am fearless, but not brainless. There is something wrong. I feel it.
You think we're being set up?
Take a piss or something.
The colonel told me that the Santa had praised my actions in Torquemada and called me a hero. He asked for me to be given this important assignment. Why would he do that? The cabron hates me.
Yeah, but doesn't everybody hate you?
Maybe we should turn back for reinforcements.
If Belinde says he knows where Javier is...
¡Ojos rebeldes! It's another ambush!
That was close.
¡Ándale!
Is that our train?
Yes, it seems to be on schedule. At least one thing is going right for us.
I agree. We ain't off to a good start.
The question is that train actually going to stop?
Well, Gringo, tell me something. What is your weapon of choice?
What do you mean?
Come, my friend. Your belt is full of weapons. Which is your favorite for attacking a man?
You ain't right in the head, Captain.
Do you want to know what mine is? You're close to Chuparosa now. I still have a bad feeling about this. Tell me, why are you here? What did they promise you?
20,000 pesos in Javier Escuela.
That is a lot of promises.
Do you know where Escuela is?
You think they're going to tell you that before you have fulfilled your obligations? Do not take me for a fool.
I'm giving you no reason not to trust me.
You must understand why we are suspicious of you. Most American vigilantes come here to help the rebels. It is strange you have chosen to work for the army.
I'm not working for you. How many times do I have to say this?
Call it what you want, gringo. We are exchanging favors then.
I ain't seen many favors come my way yet.
Abraham Reyes is trying hard to recruit gringos to fight for him. His propaganda is everywhere. He promises women, gold, and, of course, freedom. Money and the chance to interfere in business that is not your own. How can any American resist?
I've done everything you've asked of me. If Belinde doesn't give me Escuela and Williamson after this, I think it's best I go ask the rebels directly.
Is that the threat? You are only alive right now because of me.
Can you be advised I don't answer to you, Captain?
I have orders to kill you the moment you step out of line.
Great. Yeah, I've been doing all this guy's dirty work, and yet I'm treated as a hostile enemy, practically.
Soldados, abordamos el tren.
Okay, this is the first town I went to. My house is like right over there. Why am I here at this spot? Looks like there's a Gatling gun there. Perhaps I'll get a chance to use that. If it's on the back of a train.
The last of the rebels. You recruits can't win a fight like this. I need you to man the Gatling gun.
I ain't the soldier here, Captain.
Do not question me, gringo. Just do as I say.
Alright.
¡Ojos abiertos! ¡Qué bien that gun! I'm not taking any chances. I hope you know how to use that gun.
Can't be that hard. Just point and pull the trigger.
For you, we will all be killed.
Don't
I've already
worry,
used
Captain.
one.
I've used one of these before. For a cold-hearted killer, you're an anxious son of a bitch, ain't you?
We have
Look at that
already been
view.
ambushed. Our squad is made up of new recruits and the two men that Santa hates the most. I think it is right to be anxious.
Yeah, well, I wasn't exactly expecting a pleasant picnic by the seaside myself.
Hey, someone in the chat. I don't know what that means, but thanks for watching, I guess. Is that Russian? Looks Russian. Yeah, I usually don't get a chance to get these kind of views in this game. This is nice. Well, I don't think they'd give me a Gatling gun if they weren't going to throw waves and waves of enemies at me. That nice use of Legend of Zelda style text. Use the gun to defend against the rebels.
They best give me a square after this, I'm telling you.
Worry about that later. You must hold them back. Keep them away from the steam engine. If they kill the engineer, we will all be slaughtered. Baboso. We cannot let them kill the driver.
See, I don't run out of ammo with this thing. Not exactly being efficient with my shots. And I just noticed the train has a health bar. Yep, I do in fact speak English.
We are nearing the town. este tren! ¡Por Dios!
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not giving you the dead eye option here in this sequence. I am not doing well here. Okay, dadgummit. What?
You better start running!
Okay, come on, people. There we go. Hopefully that's the last of them on the train, but I'm not sure. Okay, this is not cool. Please tell me this is almost over with, because I am not doing well. Doesn't look like the train engine has any regenerative health. Okay, really? No, I've never played Far Cry 3. Sorry, it took a little while for me to see that. This mission is getting quite difficult. The only Far Cry game I ever played much of was Far Cry Instincts on the original Xbox. I mostly spent time with the level editor with that.
I think that's all of them. We do
Well,
not
that's
have far to
good.
go. The base camp is just at the top of the hill.
That was madness.
You did well, compadre. Very well. Whatever I get they promised you in return, you have earned it.
I don't think the Santa expected us to come back from this.
Did you want to kill him, or should I?
No. Till I find Escuela, he's more used to me alive.
Hey, we've got some stuff here.
Here we are. Thank God. We are lucky to be alive.
Yeah, we are.
Go to the camp. The base commander will want to speak to you.
I bet he will.
Senor Marston, thank you for your efforts. The escort was a success.
At least some of your men survived.
I didn't think to survive myself. My whole life I have dreamed of a glorious day. Vamos. Torpedo antes que nos ataquen otra vez. These socialist pigs cannot be allowed to win.
So apparently 20,000 pesos equals $75. Okay. Where am I, by the way? Wow, the game sure loves depositing me on the other side of the map every time I go here. Well, I'm gonna head back to my house in this place, which is where I got on the train from, actually. And when I get there, I might actually just call it a stream. Okay, why is my horse on the train? Oh, right, X. It looks like all the bodies have disappeared, so it's not really much in the way of a looting opportunity. Oh well. Yeah, I'm gonna head back to, I don't know how that horse got on that train, but whatever. Maybe you're there the whole time. Yeah, I'm gonna head back to, at one town and call it a day, yeah. And tomorrow I'll do missions for, for here. Luis Fortuna. I mean, that seems to be the only, mission that's available, so yeah. Oh, thunderstorm. I guess I better unequip all my metal weapons, or else I'll get struck by lightning. Certainly is engaging the surround sound system with this stuff. This sound of thunder. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be doing any streams tonight. If I do, it'll probably be Phantasy Star Online 2. And it'll probably be at about 8 o'clock, but I don't know. Because I know on Sunday nights, the good folks at My Life in Gaming tend to do a stream, and I like watching that. But it's pretty contingent. I don't know if I'm using that term right, but it's pretty contingent on what game they're actually doing. So we'll see, we'll see. See, I don't normally have the ability to do anything on Sunday night, because I'm usually working. Because it's Easter, yeah. But it looks like I'm almost at my destination. No. No, I'm not. I'm a little bit further away than I thought. When you really only have a horseback to get around, this map is pretty big. Takes a while to get across it. Just ran over an animal there because I heard a sound and an X appeared on the mini-map. Yeah, the lack of a breadcrumb trail is a little unfortunate because like I said, I spend way too much time just looking at the mini-map while riding, as opposed to enjoying the scenery. Or, yeah. Or I'm looking at the stamina meter for the horse. It makes no sense. It would make no sense, considering when this game takes place, to have a Grand Theft Auto style trail that actually lays itself out on the road for you to follow. But at the same time, having this map-based system on the mini-map doesn't really make much sense either. If you make a conceit to modern gameplay, they might as well go all the way with it, but whatever. It's a nice, enjoyable game. It just has a few things I would change about it. Of course, and again, this is not exactly a current game. This is a game that came out 10 years ago. So the idea that it would seem out of date makes sense. Because it is dated. Right, horse? I mean, it's a decade old. And for a decade-old game, it actually holds up pretty well. I mean, if you played a game that was a decade old as of 2010, I don't think it would hold up as well as this. In terms of its visuals or its, more modern gameplay design elements. You two really dancing like that in the rain? I mean, the other guy, he's wasted. That makes sense. But I'm at my destination, and I'm going to call it a day. But before I leave, I just want to thank you for watching. I appreciate when people take time out of their day to watch my streams and videos and such. I actually do. Doesn't seem like it a lot, but I actually do. Just as a quick reminder, though, I do a stream like this almost every day at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time from Sunday through Thursday. And I'll definitely be back here tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. for more Red Dead Redemption. I'll go see what this next set of missions is going to be like. I do a retro stream on Monday night at 8 p.m. and a modern stream on Wednesday night at 11 p.m. Those are, again, Eastern Standard Times, with 4K and/or HDR uploads on Fridays that usually publish on Saturdays. It is still thundering away there. So tomorrow night at 8 p.m. for my Modern Wednesday stream, I'm going to be doing Killzone for the PlayStation 2. And Wednesday night for my Modern Wednesday stream, so that will be my Retro Monday stream. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m., I'm going to be doing Killzone for the PlayStation 2. And for my Modern Wednesday stream, Wednesday at 11 p.m., I'm going to be doing Killzone Shadowfall for the PlayStation 4. So yeah, I'm going to do some Killzone this week. And I think for this Friday, I'm going to be doing some footage of Doom 2016 in 4K, or 4K-ish on the Xbox One. But yeah, like I said, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. for more Red Dead. And tomorrow night at 8 p.m. for Killzone. And maybe even tonight if I decide to do some Phantasy Star Online. If I do that, it'll be 8 o'clock, but I'm leaning against that at this point. Like I said, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take it easy.